Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new on this channel, my name is Sinikiwe Kademaunga. If lifestyle, inspiration and just living life unapologetically, if it's something that really interests you, this is the platform for you, and I would love you to be part of this family. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so that you don't miss anything. So you don't miss story times like this on this channel. If you're an OG, if you're already subscribed to this channel, welcome back. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you so much for always coming back and supporting me. And just guys, I really appreciate your support. So today I came back with a story time. As you have already seen from the title of this video, I'm going to give you guys a story of how I met my husband. So obviously I'm going to give you guys my own version, which a lot of you are going to be very disappointed, because I did like a poll yesterday on my YouTube asking you guys if you'd want to hear the story of how I met my husband, and I asked you guys if you want me to do the story alone or to do it with my husband. But unfortunately guys, my husband is a busy man. He's always on the road, and just getting him to sit down and have a video together, it's a mission guys. But I'm just going to give you guys my own side of the story. When he comes back and if he has time, I'll bring him to this platform and we are going to do something together which involves how we met, so that you guys can also hear his own side of the story. But enough of me rambling guys, let me just get right straight into it. So back in 2016, I was in a serious relationship. It was really serious guys. Okay, pardon me guys, if you hear any noise, any background noise, please guys, just bear with me. It's a full house. My nieces and my nephews are around, so you can imagine the noise, the complaints, the reporting. You just know kids guys, so just bear with me if you hear any background noise. Okay, anyway, back to my story. So back in 2016 guys, I was in a serious relationship. I was with this guy. The relationship was great at first until it became very toxic. You know, when you're in a relationship, you are just in that relationship, but you know that this relationship is not going anywhere. If I tell you guys, I saw the red flags right from the start. The first day when we started dating with this guy, I saw the red flags. But you know what guys, when you're in love, red flags look like pinkish. They're pink flags. So I ignored all of that because your girl was in love, you know. So I ignored all of that, and then we continued the relationship. But the end of 2016, it was a lot. It was toxic, and I was really heartbroken. But you know, sometimes the heart wants what it wants. You know, I was crying in this relationship. I was always stressed out. I didn't even know what to do. So that's like a bit of the background before I met my husband. So come January 2017, when I finally met my husband, you can imagine I was in this space where I was like heartbroken. I was going through a lot. You know, I was just going through a lot when it comes to relationships. So I met this auntie of mine. She's just someone who is, she's a disability advocate, and she just loves everything to do with disability. So we used to like have a very good relationship, even up to now. But that time we were really close. So she said, oh Sinikiwe, you know what, there's this group that I want you to be added on, a WhatsApp group. It's really a good group. It's a group that can like really comfort you and all that. It's a group for people with disability. I was like, oh cool, just add me. So that day I was added into this. I don't even remember the date, but I know that it was like maybe mid-January or something. I was added into this group. So the rule of this group was you have to introduce yourself, what you are doing, and also tell people the name of your disability. But me, just being me, I don't even know the name of my disability. Even up to now guys, I don't know the name of my disability. So I just introduced myself and told the people that I was a student at that time. I was studying at the University of Cape Town in South Africa. So I was like, I'm a student, I'm on holiday now. In February I'll be going back to South Africa, but I don't know the name of my disability. And people were like, no, you have to send your picture. We need to see your picture, to see your disability. I was like, oh, cool, no problem. Then I sent the picture. So I'm going to insert the picture somewhere here so you guys see how bomb I was looking at the time. Body was on point. I had the perfect body, guys. The skin, everything was glowing. I had also the same hairstyle, this short hair. So sent my picture, and the guys, the men in that group, these sons of Pharaoh, they just bombarded my inbox. So like, oh, you're so beautiful and all that. For me, I didn't even respond to anyone. But there's this just one message which stood out for me. I don't know, like there was nothing fancy about the message. So I just checked, you know what, I didn't open these messages. So I was just scrolling on WhatsApp, like checking their profile pictures and all that. And then when I just came across this profile picture of this gentleman in a blue suit with beard and a bald head, I was like, okay, who is this one? So before I clicked on the picture, I could like see that this person didn't have any disability. So for me, I was like, click. I clicked on the profile picture, and there was my husband. Okay, which I didn't know by that time, but there was my husband. And then, so when I opened the message, he just said, hi, how are you? I saw you in this group. You are really beautiful. I just wanted to let you know that you are beautiful. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So that's how the conversation kick-started. So we started chatting and all that until this other day when he was like, please, I would love to meet you and take you out for lunch. And for me, just being me, I was like, in this world where people are just disappearing, and you think I can just come and meet you a stranger. I'm not doing that. So I was like, I kept on giving excuses until I was like, please, okay, just let me, when you're in town doing your own business, can you just pay me maybe like 30 minutes just to see you? I was like, okay, cool, no problem. I'll let you know when I get into town. So this other day I was in town. I was at Eastgate. For those people who are in Harare, who know I was at Eastgate, I was just doing my own business. Oh, but that time the American embassy, the education sector was still at Eastgate, so that's where I was. So I texted him. I was like, oh, by the way, I'm in town. I'm in Eastgate. Who do you want to meet? And dude didn't even waste any time. I was like, of course I would want to meet. So I'm sorry guys, before we reached to that point, I was like, oh, okay, so what are you doing in this group? Because remember guys, this group is for people with disabilities. I was like, what are you doing in this group? He was like, oh, by the way, my disability is I'm deaf, which means he doesn't speak and he can't hear. I was like, oh, no problem. So for me, like during the course when we were chatting and all that, I never sent him voice notes. He never sent me voice notes. Because in my mind, I'm like, he's deaf. Guys, guys. So I was like, okay. So that day, fast forward to that day, I was at Eastgate. I texted him. I was like, oh, by the way, I am at Eastgate. Would want to meet. I was like, I'm coming right away. Give me 10 minutes over there. And I think 5 minutes later, I was like, I was like, no. I'm not here to meet strangers. People are just disappearing in this world. No. So I texted him. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I can't meet you anymore. My father just came to pick me up. By the way, guys, I don't even know my father. Grade 6. You know, my father died when I was in grade 6. I don't even know my father. But I was like, my father just came to pick me up, so I can't meet you anymore. He was like, oh, please, can I just see you for 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes, just to say hi. No lunch, just to say. I was like, no, he's very strict. I was like, no, he won't give me the time. He's really strict. He was like, oh, no problem. We'll plan for another day. So I think I was now left with about 3 days to go back to South Africa. And he was like, so are you just going to go back to South Africa without seeing me? I was like, okay, let me see. So this other day, it was in the morning, during the night, he was like, I want to meet you tomorrow. Can I just send you money for transport? I was like, oh, cool, no problem. So he sent me $20. He was like, I want you to get in town. So that I was staying in Chitungisa. So he was like, I want you to get in town. When you get in town, in charge office, take a taxi or a cab. Take a cab to Joina City. And if you're another guys, you know the distance from charge office to Joina City is not even that much. It's a distance that I can't even walk. So I was like, I want you to say, I don't want you to walk that much. I'm like, who are you? You are carrying this much. Who are you? Who sent you? I was like, okay, let's see where this is going. So I got to town, dressed up. You know, your lady. I don't disappoint. So I dressed up, went to town. So when I got to town, I was like, I'm not going to take a cab. I'm just going to walk. The distance is not that much. So I walked to Joina City. So when I got to Joina City, I got into Bata. I think Bata is second floor, guys, or first floor. I'm not sure. Is it first floor, ground floor, whatever. I went into Bata, and then I texted him. I was like, oh, hi, I'm by Joina City now. He didn't respond. The message just ticked once, and I was like, there we go again. If you watched my last video, you know, guys, the story time where I told you how this guy ran away when he saw me. So I was like, there we go again. These sons of Pharaoh, they'll see here. You never learn. You never learn. Look at this. So I was like, I'm not bothered. I was like, this is an opportunity for me to just do window shopping. If it's gonna come, I don't know. If it doesn't come, that's it. He's lost. You know. I was like, he's lost. So I started like walking around Jaina City. No, I didn't. I was just walking around in Bata because I was like, I don't want to walk outside. First, I want to see him first and see how presentable he looks before I go and see him. So when I was there, boom, phone call, and I was like, this dude is calling, but he's deaf. How am I going to communicate with him via a phone call? So I was like, no problem. I picked up, and then there was this guy, other guy on the phone, and he was like, oh, Ruben says he's coming. Oh, by that time he was using Chris. Chris says he's coming. So just wait a bit. Just give him 5 minutes. I was like, cool, I'm waiting for him. So there I was in Bata, and then I saw this man in a blue suit, a different one from that one that I saw in his profile picture. He was wearing a blue suit, and he carried. So I saw him like texting on his phone. I was like, this is the person that I'm looking for. So I walked out of Bata, and then I went and I met him. So we just did like a handshake. I didn't say anything because I'm like, duh, he's deaf. So he just started walking, and I just following him until we're like walking side by side. When I was about to show him on my phone, asking like, where are we going? He just turned us and he was like, we are going for lunch. I'm like, blood of Zachariah, this is a miracle. A person who was deaf a few minutes ago now can speak. So I was like, let me just chill and see where this is going. So we walked, and then, so if you're in Harare, again, you know this, when you're at Jaina City, there's this place directly opposite Jaina City, like where there's KFC, directly opposite KFC, there's this place, I don't know the name of the place, but it used to have, I don't know, but now I haven't been there in a long time. So it used to have like Chicken Inn, Pizza Inn, Nando's, and all that, like different restaurants. So that's where we went. So we got there. Dude pulled out a chair for me. He helped me to sit. I'm like, you are too good to be true. Who are you? Who saved you? Mina, I'm just chilling like nothing, you know. So it was like, so like, what do you want to eat? I was like, Mina, I want pizza. So he went. He bought us 2 large pizzas, and then he came back, and then boom, we just started talking and eating, and like, guys, we stayed there for, I think it was around 11 a.m. up until 4. We were just talking. And I'm like, wait, you are just too good to be true. Who are you? You know, this is what I was happy, like, going on in my mind. I'm like, you're just too good to be true. But let me see where this is going. You're just way too good to be true. So I was like, no, I need to go. I need to go home. And he was like, so let's walk to like Church. He was like, let's take a taxi out. And then I said, no problem, let's just walk. So you know, when we were about to cross the road, like that road, it was really busy because it was like around 4 p.m. and it was now peak hour. So the road was really busy, and where we wanted to cross, there was no robot or traffic light. So, and then dude just picked me up. I'm like, okay sir, who are you? And mind you guys, I was coming from a relationship where this guy would just fold his hands. He would not even help me even when I'm getting like into the car or anything. He would just fold his hands and look at me as I do my things. But then now I'm with this guy who is just like helping me, just being there for me, and I'm like, you're just way too good, mister. You're way too good, sir. But anyway, we got to charge office. So in my mind, I just thought, I'm going to quit the combi, then I go home. But you know what? Dude was like, no, I'm going to take you home to make sure that you're home safe. I'm going to do it. Because when we were talking, I told him that in the like area where I stayed in Chitumbiza, the bus stop and our home, like there was quite a distance, I think about 1 kilometer or almost 1.5 kilometers. So it's like, if I just get then I was like, but this is my neighborhood, this is what I always do. Farmer didn't say, and he was like, no problem, I'll take you. At that time, he didn't have a car, so we just get into the combi, the kids are combi and everything, and I'm like, I love this treatment. I'm enjoying this one. He paid for the combi, and then we go to when we go to the bus stop, we're just walking. Sometimes he would carry me, and then I would walk. He would carry me, and I'm like, I'm enjoying this princess treatment. This is what I've been looking for all my life. But at that time, guys, to be honest, I was like, I don't want to invest my feelings into this because I don't know. This is our first date, and this guy is just way too nice. And you know, guys, this is how, as people, we've been conditioned to say things need to take time. Like, good things take time, but sometimes good things just come. Like, you don't have to wait for a long time. And then, so for me, I was like, maybe I should want to maybe close to home. He's not gonna get into our home. But dude, and then number, and there was my murora, like my brother's wife. She was there. So for me, I just introduced my brother's wife. I was like, this is my friend Ruben meets Muroro, and that was it. And then and then he went back. Guys, so that's basically how I met my husband. And then 3 days later, I flew back to South Africa. So when I was in South Africa, that's when we started to talk more and more, and then here we are today. We are now husband and wife. So basically, that's how I met my husband, guys. But what I just wanted to tell you guys is that, especially to my ladies with a disability, even to people with disabilities, but this might help you. You really have to be confident, and you really need to know what you want when it comes to relationships. Because, guys, let me tell you, if you're not confident, people are just going to do whatever they want with you. And I want you to know that no one is doing you a favor by loving you. People should love you for you. People should just love you because they love you, not that they're doing you a favor. And I think this was the case with my ex-boyfriend before I met my now husband. I think he thought maybe I was doing him a favor because some of the things that were happening in that relationship, I'm like, what do you take me for? But you know what, guys? I need you to be confident. I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to love yourself. Because honestly, if you really know what you want as a person, it's very easy for you to know where you are treated right and when you're not treated right. So yeah, guys. So that's how our relationship started, and we faced a lot of trials, a lot of challenges. We fought. In 2019 we even broke up for the whole year of 2019. We broke up with Ruben and then got back together again in 2020. Which is also a story for another day. If you want me to do a story on that, I'll gladly do that, guys, because I have a lot of stories, especially when it comes to relationship, guys. Hey, I have a lot of these stories when it comes to relationships. And up until where we are now, guys, if I just look back and think of how I met my husband, I never thought I'll be at this point today. I never thought we would be husband and wife today. Because when I started dating, I was just like, I just want to push time. I just want a painkiller. I hope he's not gonna watch this. I was like, I just want a painkiller. And just looking at our relationship now, I can say our relationship is very beautiful. I've never been this peaceful in a romantic relationship the way I am in this relationship. It's not like we don't fight. We fight, guys. We fight. I remember when we, just a few weeks after our wedding, we were interviewed by this like BBC Pigeon. They interviewed us as a couple, and then they were asking us like, how do you solve conflicts? And I was like, you know what, guys, in this relationship it feels like we don't even fight, which is not true, but the way we resolve our conflicts is very different. We have never had like a heated argument where it's not all no, we've never reached to that. So usually I'm the one who is always here with my emotions, like, and my husband is very quiet. He's just like, so when I've and then he's just like, so are you now ready to solve this issue? And I'm just like, no, that's shower, guys, like, don't go deal. And then yeah, so that's basically it. It's just so quiet. I don't know people are just like and I just melted. But anyway guys, I'm just rambling now. So that's basically how I met my husband. I'm gonna bring more story times, and when he's around guys, I'm going to try my best to shoot some videos with him. I think we're all even going to shoot even during the night because that's the only time that we might get, because at this point he's just like moving up and down, working for this family, working for Chira. So guys, thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed narrating the story of how I met my husband. So make sure that you're subscribed. Let's take just 30 seconds. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure that you subscribe because we need to reach 30,000 subscribers. Guys, I know we can do it. I know we can do it. So thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.